Horizon Reaction. This is Genshin Impact. Is a playable anime by max0r. Alright. His old video has a old in its title now. Because max0r's like, oh that's shit. That editing and everything is shit. I need to do better. This guy's I don't know what's gonna happen in like 2-3 years. What is max0r videos gonna look like in 2025? Because I've seen people improve. I didn't see people improve every single video at a level that it feels like. I think this video is going to give me an aneurysm. That's the level of editing I'm expecting from this one. But yeah, the old Genshin video, which was really good, has a 4 million view, and that's apparently old, like bad. So yeah, I remember Genshin Impact from that video, right? That was my first impression. I never even heard of the game. That's the first, and I'm pretty sure I watched some 1 or 2 videos after that. The Genshin Impact is the only game I ever come across which is like a free-to-play online type of game, but has a ridiculous open world, a lot of different type of terrain, mountains, ice, God knows what, lots of content to play, and apparently everybody love it. That's how good it is, because it's free to play to begin with, right? Obviously they have to, make some money, so there is something you can buy here and there, some character thing here and there or whatever that was, but that's expectable. So at least, it's free to play. I'm surprised that this game is not one of the most famous game in the world, because if people are not into games, they are not gonna pay up for a game. They should at least check, because this is on mobile and even in PC. Everybody has a mobile. So people should absolutely play this game and get into this RPG style of element, like open world type of element, adventure open world, not just RPG. But yeah, I distinctly remember seeing different type of terrain, and I'm like, most paid RPG games, open world games, doesn't have this. That's how many different terrains there are. You go up a mountain, this mountainous area, then you go flat terrain, and especially the filter, right? It's so fantasy vibe, like bright colors, really aqua blue color thing here and there, really green. You'd feel like, okay, realism is there. But no, really, for games like this, that's what you want. That automatically makes your mood lift up. So yeah, that's always fun. Remember, if you like my reaction, don't forget to subscribe, so I know which type of videos to react to more. I've done quite a few max0r videos, if not all of them. I don't remember. Did I miss any max0r video? I don't know. I've done quite a few max0r videos, so check out the link in the description. There you'll find it, and other two like Zen-Tag and things like that, other reactions. Yeah, let's watch it.
This video is a cry for help. Genshin Impact is a playable anime, and that's pretty good since my videos are attempts to make watchable anime. I can't believe it, guys. They made it.
I knew something's not right. Why is it 0.75? Right from the beginning.
This video is a cry for help. Genshin Impact is a playable anime, and that's pretty good since my videos are attempts to make watchable anime. I can't believe it, guys. They made a sequel to Stockholm Syndrome. Welcome to the world of Teyvat. You may have heard of it from all the free advertising that I'm doing. A beautiful post-apocalyptic nightmare world featuring a giant tree. Sorry, that's the wrong game. On our journey throughout the 7 nations, we will meet the world's most colorful cast of children, entrusted and empowered by the gods to wield elemental energy as dangerously as possible. I'm just a big fan of the characters in this game. There is no reason in particular. Assemble your team of heroic psychopaths and begin blasting, boating, cooking your enemies alive, visiting Baby's first casino, and with enough time, it will become Baby's last casino. But most importantly, have fun, because the game will try to stop you. I can assure you that the visual novels are exactly what Da Wei intended. So join me as I navigate one of the most beautiful, fantastical, and expensive game worlds ever made, one agonizing country at a time. This is it, guys. This is what $900 million can buy you. Are you having fun yet? Look, all I'm trying to say is, this is a weird episode of Ava.
Your pain floods into the sky. Read the blood you ride. Stalin love and for the moment. The game has just begun. Turn me upside down. Can you hear the darkness howling?
Alright, was that a joke he was making, or did this game, did they use $900 million? Come on, they probably didn't, right? I don't know. That was probably a joke. That would go crazy if that's the case.
Wow, I haven't been here in 2 years. Welcome back to Mondstadt, and yes, the game still displays your IP.
Okay, I don't want to pause too much.
Welcome.
But fuck you. What is? Look at that. You just walk in and you see the distance. This is like that Skyrim thing, right? Like Todd Howard used to say. You can see that mountain. You can climb it. You can up. You can walk everywhere. You can see, right? That castle and everything. Oh god, why am I not playing this game? Seriously. Only online element is like, whenever I hear online element, I can't touch it. Even though I'm a big fan of Fallout, I still haven't touched Fallout 76 because I'm like, yeah. But I don't know. Maybe I should play this game even if it's online. Because I'm pretty sure that you can still play it single player, right? You don't have to interact with people.
Welcome back to Mondstadt, and yes, the game still displays your IP address, just in case you're a little bit too critical. This place is where the player learns how to fight, learns how to kill innocent animals, learns that they are bisexual as soon as they see Kaya. So I think it's a great opportunity to teach the basics, and nothing else. The environment here looks like it shares a polygon. I think a good place to start is with our team, the Fulganassaria. Official, every crew got the schizophrenic, personality disorder, mentally and physically deranged, wife material. I'm serious about that. There's a quest where you enter her mind and she fights her tulpa. End-user license agreement. Literally the only physical DPS. Possibly racist. Has the biggest slappy in Tevat. Cock. And Rosaria, who is dressed promiscuously, so we need to cover her up in appropriate garments. God, I wish nuns were real. With our team assembled, we are now able to do nothing because I haven't explained the game. Genshin Impact is a based character RPG where each character wields one of the 7 elements, all of them interacting completely nonsensically. Water buffs fire. Ice freezes water. Plants buff electricity. A fucking gas leak. Dendro requires 9 tabs of Khan Academy. My team is based on not playing the game as much as possible. There is genuinely no cooldown to freeze. By the way, what I'm showing you now is considered tame. The game is actually supposed to look sub-mentally.
What does that mean? There's no cooldown to freeze. What, once you've frozen, if nobody interact with you, it's just gonna be frozen forever?
Ranged. The numbers are helping me to understand what's happening. Of course, some characters are bad, and others are very bad, but many are absolutely game-changing. There are characters that straight up allow me to fly, at least through regular means. This one fights with a pogo stick, and this one doesn't fight at all. My Cox crit rate is -87. The game also allows us to choose from a lot of weapons. I think I have a few copies, each one with their own properties and substats. Sometimes too many substats, like
Whoa, what?
too many substats.
HP increased by 20% when elemental skill is over. You get. I want erection. This is the shit I love right there, right? Any game I play, open world RPG, whatever, this type of game. Obviously, I play for the reason to play open world RPG elements, but mostly is character building, unique character building, and equipment building. Yeah, this is every game I play. I'll first go like, what is the best weapon I can make for that one? What is the skill I have to play with? What is the different type of crafting I have to play with? This is the type of shit where I sink in many hours. That's what I do in every Bethesda game, even though Bethesda games are not that customizable, but still I waste my time doing that shit.
Stats. Like goddamn, I'm fighting with a Wikipedia page. We've got bows, spears, paddles, big fish, sentient umbrella, child's bomb instructions. I hope you can see why there's a lot of variation. And also theory crafting. A lot of Chinese theory crafting. They take this game very seriously. Like right outside of a KFC seriously. And if you're wondering about the gambling, well hell, we'll get to it later. I have a lot to say about it. But for now, welcome to the land of the Anemo god, who is a twink that gets kicked in the ball.
You know, people hated Assassin's Creed Origins, but I think the only reason I loved it is because of how many different type of weapon and things you can play around with.
This guy's really jamming out. No chat, I'm not going to do that.
Damn, look at those moves.
Oh my god, he just doesn't give a fuck. So what if I just oh no, he can't be stopped. Well, I guess if he can't beat him. Mondstadt is a depopulated anarchist state where there are no taxes, no police, and half the country is controlled by wolves. Wolves that you never actually see, unless you want to count Razor. I mean, there's the giant wolf, but he's kind of special. What the dog doing? As a result of this, nobody in Mondstadt has any money. Except for the church, of course. The city is undergoing a crippling wine epidemic. Look, I just think it's a serious funding issue when the cavalry captain doesn't have a horse. Therefore, most of your time is going to be spent cleaning up their mess. Their singular mess. Because there is only one enemy in Mondstadt. Yeah.
Okay, this is not an accident. Why is the camera angle every single time? Or is it max0r doing this? Because if there's a default camera angle, it's just panning at the ass. I'm like, okay, But that's very Genshin already, right?
Yes, from the beautiful ruins of old to the peaks of Dragonspine, 90% of the enemies you encounter are literals. A sentient race capable of empathy and complex thoughts. which is why they must be destroyed. Literally take a random location in Mondstadt. You are 10 seconds away from a hill churl. Why is that one unbirthing itself? Really cool that the only organization in Mondstadt is dedicated to race war. They even have their own language, which I'm being quizzed on. Honestly, I'm a bit of a yay data man myself. Really feeling that moohoo yay today. Don't say Nini Zito, it's basically a slur. They didn't like that. Look, what I'm trying to say is this place has problems, but ultimately, they are cool problems. Mondstadt may not be that varied, well designed, or even have a story that I can't summarize in one sentence. The dragon was mean, and then he was nice. Sun Tzu. But ultimately, this is just the beginning of a long, long journey. This game is planned out 7 years in advance. So as far as the basics go, there is no better teacher than Mondstadt. But pretty much just the basics. I don't think I'm staying for the boss fights. What is happening? What the fuck am I seeing?
Okay, what the fuck? My eyes are hurting.
Okay, can you stop playing for a
Oh, you
second?
can play
No.
this.
I need to go to my teapot!
For the next stop on our War Crimes
Are
tour of
you?
the Balkans, we're heading to the Funny Nation. Post about this nation to instantly gain Reddit
Oh,
cards.
these are different regions he's going through. Alright, so only thing I can compare this game to, I guess, art-wise, is Kingdom of Amalur. But it's like Kingdom of Amalur that is extremely jacked up with steroids. That's what it feels like. Because you can't really compare Genshin and Kingdom of Amalur. I mean, Kingdom of Amalur was good, but I guess Genshin is much better, obviously. But, you know, art style and open world feel to it, how you can go different places, different terrain, different map, is kind of similar.
And for that, we're going to need to climb as high as we can so we can deduce the direction. So we're going to this
synchronize.
location on the map. If only there was a better way to view the world. Make sure to land on the elevator. Next, we're going to shit. We're going to
What the fuck is that?
1 second. We're going to ascend to space.
What just happened?
Why does that work like that? Oh my god, the planet's receding. I am alone in this hell on Earth. I think I'm gonna be here for a little bit. You know it's real bad when the moon is physically below you. Hang on, guys, it's getting kind of dark, so I'm just gonna change the time real quick. Yeah, the game lets you
Moon
do
is a
that.
physical
well, folks,
place?
it was nice knowing you all. Never mind.
Usually games have this kind of a wallpaper sky that I guess is just part of the theme. You can't really go past it, right? You just go past it, it's just gonna glitch somewhat in and there. But moon is an actual physical place that you can go past it. That's some next level shit.
Hey guys, max0r here, and welcome to China. It's just China.
He learned Chinese.
I really hope I didn't just tank my social credit. In our previous of adventures, we explored Mondstadt to learn the basic mechanics, and also race relations. So for leeway, we're going to learn that we've been playing the game wrong. But before I can get to that, I need to explain my team. I call it the hot shower by force. Lord knows we need it. Xi Jinping. Yes, this is a man. I know it's hard to tell. He is also ridiculously broken on account of his ability to make enemies wet. Interpret that information however you want. Hu Tao is the owner of a funeral parlor, and she could use a bit of new business. She is also the winner of the most terrifying Sims award. Like, the thread just doesn't end. He's still writing them. Most reasonable Hu Tao main. Yalan is a character that I play for the personality. She is also one of the most overpowered units in the game because she's a second Xingqiu. I don't even care that she's a federal psyop. I can fix her. And Toma, who is fucking spelled wrong. Just don't build Toma. With our team assembled, we are now able to trivialize the combat because this team is ridiculous. Fortunately, Genshin is not just a game about combat. It's a game about gambling. You see, Genshin Impact is what we call a gacha game because it has got me in its grasp, which means that the primary game mechanic is chance. Every character is chance. Every weapon is chance. Every piece of every build is fucking chance.
Okay, so that's what gacha is. Although gacha just mean the microtransaction thing. You're supposed to pay for things. But gacha's one of the element is like question mark thing. Like everything is like a chance based. I don't know which game was that. Was it Call of Duty that they introduced to it? Or was it one of the BioWare game? I don't remember exactly. But one of the games that was not doing that, but apparently they made some kind of a microtransaction game. Oh wait a minute, it's Need for Speed, right? Yeah, it was probably Need for Speed where there was a random element you try to purchase anything. That's what gacha
Do you
is.
know what
That
it's
is
like to have a mathematically impossible goblet? Goddamn elating. Hey, so I see you're trying to level up your crit rate. Well, that's a weird way to spell defense. Fortunately, we can predict the outcomes of our character roles using some Eastern philosophies. And the answer is, 105 on average. But don't worry, you've got a lot of time. I guess we're gonna wait a day. Because only a few 5 stars are actually available, and sometimes they aren't available. For 483 days, she is in prison for racism.
But what are they going to do? Lock me up?
Yep. In a wooden box.
So naturally, we need to feed our gambling addiction at any cost. And there's a few ways to do that. You could explore more, go on fantastic adventures, or find amazing treasures. If you want to stay poor, no. You see, the real money is made in the daily quests, which are a series of useful and normal missions, such as talking to people, murdering those people, talking to the hillagers very nicely, finding the weasel. Where do you go? And jumping on mushrooms. Who the fuck commissioned me to do this? We also have the power to send various characters on 20-hour expeditions directly to the coal mines. Look, guys, I really need these 2,000 upgrade materials. It's just best.
Wait a minute, so this is one of those Assassin's Creed Black Flag type of thing where you send certain missions on a war table. Same thing Brotherhood had, and lots of other games have that too. Like you're supposed to send your teammates to do certain things. I guess Far Cry had to do that shit as well. This has that too, because I love that. I don't know, it's like you're in commander, you're in control, you do certain things that happens in the background while you do your own thing. I don't know why I love that.
You don't think about it too hard.
Greetings, traveler. I'm Astra Abyssal.
Okay.
What can I do for you today?
Yeah, I'd like to send a child to the coal mines.
What?
Put her in for 20 hours.
But traveler, she's going to
The
die.
lithium is not going to mine itself, Catherine.
But traveler.
Do not question me, Catherine, or I'll have you stabbed in a future
I
quest.
know. Okay.
An authoritarian, militaristic oligarchy controlled by a committee of really hot lesbians. I believe in Ganyu supremacy. This nation is the land of contracts,
I'm down
and
with
by
that.
entering, you have made the contract to not criticize the state. Consequently, Liyue is also where all money is printed on the planet. So, I guess Mondstadt's economy is powered by hopes and dreams. And also, the card game. Look, Timmy, I know your dad's dead and all, but do you want to play Gwent? A minor side effect of this is that Liyue is in the midst of a violent crime epidemic, as in, the majority of enemies in Liyue are human, and even worse, they're poor. So poor, in fact, that they're forced to fight you with Molotov cocktails and farming
Worst
equipment.
animal of them all.
What is your plan, my guy? The masculine urge to dig a hole. By the way, we're the good guys. Speaking of digging holes, I should probably address this. It's a little difficult to ignore. You see, there are many beautiful places to see in Liyue, such as Night City, the fucking rice fields, the most annoying place to navigate on the earth. Like, please stop giving me commissions here. And then we have the Chasm, which is a secret underground labyrinth containing all of the game's eldritch horrors. And yes, this is just the entrance to the Chasm.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there's
Next person who makes some kind of adventure pastime, what is it called? I don't know, old time looky game, right? Where swords and shields and you use shit like that, magic, whatever, and create an open world game. Definitely should take, inspiration from Genshin Impact. I don't know, it's not fair, I know, because this is like online type of game which helps with the scale and everything, but I don't care. Now there is SSDs and things, latest technology. They should make large scale games like this, because I've never seen another game that is at this level.
There's no sound effect for that. If you die down here, no one will hear your screams. As soon as you think you're done exploring, it just keeps going down. The devs had to add moon shoes to the game so I could keep playing it. Now that we're trapped down here, we only have 2 options remaining.
Damn.
We need to mine and we need to craft. The second part will come later. Okay, so now it's later. Unfortunately, I cannot craft a sense of humor. Look, what I'm trying to say is, Liyue is a very diverse place. Certainly more diverse than Hilichurl Field number 6. But most importantly, Liyue is a land of questions. What secrets lie in this mysterious land? What adventures are still to be had? Am I gay now? It's almost enough to make you forget the nightmare
kind of
pit.
adventure.
And look, Liyue might have a few issues with organized crime, sea monster attacks, it happens twice, and the landscape always trying to kill me. But hey, at least the story's up. It's okay. Can anyone here tell me why like there's like a giant bird next to me? It's weird. Oh fuck, where am I? Diagon Alley.
What's up, gang? It's me, Artakito. What?
What was that? Pure anime.
Okay guys, listen, we need to reach Japan. Don't worry, I have a plan to bypass immigration. We are going to walk there. Yes, that's right. We're going
That's
to
Japan.
Excuse me. We're going to travel underneath the ocean. So apparently I just have to That actually worked. Okay, I think I've made a mistake. It's time to descend into the abyssal zone. Just to watch out for the void. What do I do about this? So I think I've been walking for 20 minutes.
Imagine if this was like an abyssal zone or halal zone, something like that, right? If there are weird fishes walking around just because you're literally bottom. I think they should add something like that, right? Because let's be honest, they have ridiculous detail about things that are, they made a language for certain type of enemy, right? Like most people are not going to get. But they actually made a language for that, like how Tolkien did, right? Let's be honest. So they are focusing on details. They should add something like that. This is an online game, they can just add it. Why not?
I don't like this anymore. Okay, we're pretty close now, so I don't think we're close enough. Please no, please no, please no. How am I drowning there?
You can't swim?
What is up, my Thebes and Gentlethems? Welcome to the land of Inazuma, a home to nobody because no one is properly housed in Inazuma. Previously, Mondstadt taught us how to play, and Leeway taught us how to simp. Well, the land of lightning is here to teach us that we have not felt true pain yet. But first, let's go over our team, which I will be calling the, Yandere Benzos. Yai Miko, Mommy, sorry, Sigma female, kidnapped a man and force feminized him. God, I wish that was me.
Traveler, I'm making a call-out post to my twitter.com.
What the fuck are you saying?
I'm gonna piss on the fucking moon.
Bruce, you can literally name him Bruce. That is actually how it appears in game. In fact, we could name him all kinds of things, such as Baby Girl, Dr. Ligma, Wabushidajangwo, Ballfart, Testicles. What is that? And last but not least, Hokushish, Hatsune Miku. This is literally just Miku. Like, they didn't even try to hide it. And Bennett, who is the single most overpowered unit in the game. Like, Genshin doesn't have power creep because of Bennett. Send this bitch to the coal mines and have his testicles exploded. Now, my previous teams, they were kind of nice. But this time, I'm not playing nice. I'm playing for funny numbers. Every single member is optimized beyond the boundaries of reason. I rolled 6 copies of Hatsune Miku, and now I can kill Tortellini in 2 attacks. It cost $50. Also, Bruce can fly, like actual flight. It breaks like half the game's AI when you do it. They're just very confused. My entire team is him shooting down at the peasants like an attack helicopter. Just don't ask me how long I farmed for this. I had to grind for this view. Hang on a fucking second. She's wearing socks in the water. Something is horribly wrong with this country. Inazuma is a third world isolationist dictatorship, mostly occupied by catastrophic disasters.
Bro, seriously, I think he's on drugs every time he tries to edit these videos because he's noticing things I would never notice, or I highly doubt anybody would notice in a million years. Who would see them like, oh, I'm gonna make a joke about socks in the water.
Both natural and man-made, but mostly man-made. Me and the fellas watching Oppenheimer in the IMAX. Inazuma is also engulfed in a decades-long civil war, resulting in mass unemployment and a refugee crisis. Naturally, this is reflected in the enemy variety, because to visit Inazuma is to be accosted by hundreds of jacked homeless people. Like, these guys just stand in the rain all day. How do the Hilichurls have more shelter than this? It is also a land of many islands, which all act as their own individual insurgencies. So I think this is a great opportunity to educate you as to why you should never visit Inazuma. Besides the fucking puzzles. This shit is the work of Satan. Narukami Island is the only place in Inazuma resembling a civilization. The rest is basically just Martin Luther King Boulevard. The only disaster this island has to worry about—
I just noticed this. I remember somebody saying that max0r explained like how his editing is like every 4 seconds there's a clip and dialogue. I'm noticing that just now. It takes every 4 seconds for a dialogue and a scene to change, which is like fucking ridiculous. He does that for 25 minutes.
Is the government, and her name is the Raiden Shogun. Kanazuka is the first island to be made uninhabitable by nuclear weapons testing, which then proceeds to leak out of the elephant's foot in an amount so dangerous it makes Chernobyl look like clown college. I mean, I guess there's also the Kujo encampment, but we don't go to the Kujo encampment. Well, that's enough of that.
Why?
Wait a minute. What the fuck? Yashiori is an absolute nightmare on account of the non-stop lightning storm and slightly imposing giant skull. My favorite activity is going to this place. It limits the land the lightning can strike, so it just fucking whacks you. Looks like another beautiful day in the great land of Inazuma. Of course, I could fix the problem if I wanted to, but when I began the quest to remove the lightning, I was struck by it. I'm gonna take that as a sign from God. Seirai Island is what happens when Mr. Beast donates 50 megatons of ionizing radiation to families in need. Like, this shit makes Evangelion look like a comedy special. The fact that there aren't even homeless people here probably tells you all you need to know. Surumi Island is a very isolated place.
I love how they added the Just Cause 3 island thing, right? Where there's a weird weather phenomenon, whatever. So there are islands with different weather phenomena. There's a constant lightning island and shit like that.
Populated for thousands of years by bird-worshipping savages who need their mineral resources exploited. President Biden, please send Raytheon missiles so I can buy Dasani water and Cheetos. I just think it has something to do with the, interdimensional dog. Watatsumi Island is really nice. Like, what the fuck? Does this even count as an island? It's just so beautiful. I sure hope it's not hiding some kind of horrifying dark secret.
That's your home, buddy.
Oh, Enkanomiya is fucking Atlantis. You get there by jumping into the giant hole, and it's like, how is this legal? Are the developers okay? This place was once home to a thriving civilization, which collapsed nearly instantly after they discovered TikTok.
Fuck you,
it
really?
also allows me to toggle the powers of the artificial
this
sun.
shit?
And holy shit, this 5G connection is crazy. Look, I think you've got the idea at this point. As much as I've talked about reactions and children, Genshin Impact at its core is an exploration game because it makes you explore your sexuality, and that fact alone makes Inazuma one of the best areas. If you don't count the story, please kill me, mommy. I've been a bad boy. And okay, this nation might be lacking in housing, basic infrastructure, and some unbombed land, but honestly, that's just part of the rustic charm. How else do you think this island got a giant crater? Just be glad you don't have to live in Inazuma. It's all fun and games until you piss off the geometry.
Hi guys, it's me, Goro. Goro. Oh, is that peanut butter?
What the fuck?
YouTube might be offended just because of that. Yeah, not gonna lie, that shit where you just jump into a puddle, like small lake or whatever that was, and you go through Atlantis type of map. How good is this game? Seriously, for me, this checks all the boxes, like adventure, different type of places to visit. Having this kind of equipment customization element to it. This is a perfect game.
Right, fellas, for our next stop, we're going to enter the Weed Land. We need to smoke that Zaza and fall unconscious. And to do that, all we have to do is not be stuck in Inazuma. So if you were a fan of our undersea adventure, then don't worry. This glitch is much worse. All we've got to do is, whatever that was. I can't let go of the W button, by the way. Get ready to receive some Holy Spirit. Okay, so we're just going down to we're going to Silent Hill now. Sorry guys, it looks like we're approaching meltdown. Hey, what's up guys? It's me, max0r. 1 second guys, my mom's calling me. Hey mom, 1 second, I'm flying to get that Zaza.
What does that mean?
It means I'm low-key in a battle bus.
Sometimes I wish you were normal.
Okay, where are we dropping, boys? Perfect landing. Hey there, my little Genshits. Welcome to the land of Sumeru. Hittite jump scare. The only nation in Genshin Impact that can use the internet, mostly for racism. Good to see that nothing's changed. It is also absurdly gigantic, like the map screen can't even see all of it. But before we can get into the intricacies of Sumerian society, I have to explain my team. The kindergarten. Nahida is... I can explain. My girl at 10, but she is 10. Nahida is the literal god of knowledge. If you count knowledge as the personal thoughts of every NPC in Sumeru, which she can read. Even when I log into Discord, there's no escaping her. Oh my fucking god, they're still typing it. How many emotes do these people have?
Does watching you count as a hobby?
What?
I've actually been watching you for a long time already.
Excuse me, what? Nilu has a completely hollow skull. There is nothing happening inside her head. She could not pass an eye exam. Sangonomiya Koko... Wait a minute, I've seen you before. But fellas, I've got something to admit. You see, Kokomi's damage scales on health, her healing scales on health, and yes, even her health scales on health. So naturally when it came time to build her, I used the wrong stat. It makes the numbers funnier. Yao Yao is very cute and muddy. Her playstyle is chill and relaxing. In fact, you don't even have to play as Yao Yao.
I'm surprised Jensen isn't banned in most countries. Seriously.
You play as her artificial beast given life. It throws vegetables at them. How many people would you kill for Yao Yao is not the right question. The right question is how many people I would allow to live. Personally, I think this team is really good for not having a DPS, and we are going to need it for all the funny and interesting events this game has to offer. Because, dear viewer, I lied to you. The best way to make money is not actually the Weasel minigame. It is participating in temporary event content, which I can only describe as punishment for developers who are too insane. Event content such as
Seriously,
Pop
these
Hunt,
developers
a
are
game where you
insane.
disguise ourselves as various household items to escape the wrath of very stupid people. Oh god, I think he's got a whiff. Wow guys, this is just like Genshin Impact.
Yeah, but I don't have to pay to see kids.
You know what? I think it's about time that I show off my winning strategies. Fellas, I've got a good feeling about this one. All we've gotta do is Yep. Next, you gotta do this. He will never find me this way. Does he know? Oh my god, he doesn't know. Wait a second, no. Alright, fellas, I got a plan for this map. We're just gonna stand here. He has no clue. I can't. Why is it working like this? I'm sorry, guys. Looking up is really hard. I am torturing this man. You could say that he's among us. We also have event content like the boat minigame.
Imagine they're trying to find somebody who's literally just standing on pole like, what the fuck?
I'm having so much fun with the boat minigame. The Pokemon Tournament arc. What is happening on my screen? Does that man have a fucking gun? The beetle cockfighting. I've always wanted to beat a child. And my personal favorite, Chinese New Year. Because it makes me the most money. Just,
The guy with the gun is British, apparently. Colonizers are here, people.
Butterfly, you too, buzzing by, got in your way.
What the fuck? You know, Hu Tao, I think you've got some hidden talent. Please keep it hidden. That rap wasn't released. It fucking escaped.
This guy looks like
Kai, you gotta watch out, buddy. You're rolling to the ragu too much. Sumeru is an autocratic Orwellian surveillance state with a little hint of apartheid, governed by the worst organization imaginable. University. This nation is the land of knowledge, with most of it being devoted to new, more efficient ways to be racist. And to that end, Sumeru is segregated between two distinct parts, each with their own unique ways to kill you. The forest is a terrifying safari hellscape, where each animal is not only able to kill you, but is evolved to. We've got tigers, cows, crocodiles, robot dinosaur, fungus dinosaur. Welcome to Jurassic Park. And my favorite animal type, poor people. But most importantly, the forest is where the white people live, and they're filling the library with video essays. This is the academia, who control Sumeru by spreading misinformation on the internet. Raiden, the academia doesn't want you to know this, but you can steal ducks from the public park. They're free, Raiden. The desert is a desolate, abandoned wasteland, once home to a thriving civilization. Before the Caucasoids built a giant wall between them. Does anyone else think this is weird? We've got scorpions. We've got scorpiouts. Welcome to Jurassic Hell. We've got the,
Seriously, you play the Genshin Impact for hours. Can you play the Genshin Impact for hours? Wait a minute, isn't there like a certain limit you can play for free, then you have to pay for time or something? Right? I'm pretty sure that's the case. But I don't know. Imagine you spend money and play for 8 hours or something. You played a lot at a some lush area, then suddenly you're playing a desert. That feeling is just epic. I don't actually remember what exactly game, but I remember in my past time, when I open world games I play with a different terrain. This is why one of my requirement is different terrain if a game has to be good for me. Right? You play a certain area, then suddenly you are in a different map entirely. Just feel is epic. The feel of, adventure and journey.
never mind. So is he gonna okay, and we've got worm demons. But my personal favorite obstacle is definitely the gigantic fuck-off laser. There are, of course, even more enemies, but most of them are just liberal propaganda to make you believe that race mixing is a physical need. And fellas, it's working. But hey, the desert isn't all that bad, as long as you ignore the racist genie quest. Motherfucker graduated from casual to competitive racism.
Alright, later, Max.
What? Wait.
I gotta go AFK real quick.
No! You can't do this to me! Look, the point is, Sumeru is massive, and it's not even done. And also Liyue isn't done. And also Mondstadt. Yeah. But what Sumeru does have is an actually good story. Like, out of all the things I expected, Harvard building an Evangelion was not one of them.
Shinji! Get the fuck out of the Eva right now!
You can't tell me what to do anymore, Mom. I'm finally inside of another man.
Shinji, what the fuck?
I am the all-knowing God. Jesus Christ, they really made this boss fight. Mobile game, by the way. So whether you're exploring deep in the woods at 4 a.m., finding amazing oases, God, I sure hope nothing whimsical happens here, fighting more minorities, I'm trying to be a police officer, or doing the 8-hour gnome people quest, that is a lot of side quests. There will always be a new surprise in Sumeru, and if future content is even a fraction as good as this, then I'm going to be playing this game for a very long time. Because, you know, I wasn't doing that already. What the fuck?
Oh, wait a
Saito? Saito, where are you going? This man is fucking tweaking out right now. You know what, guys? Before I go, I want to give you all a fun tip that most Genshin players don't know. The age of consent is 18 years old.
Should have seen that coming. Alright, seriously, should have. It says here's a fun tip that most Genshin player don't know. I saw that in description. I'm like, what is he gonna say about it? Is that really? I should have seen that coming. I'm surprised Genshin Impact is not banned in many countries, not gonna lie. This shit is awesome. Alright. Seriously, too many places. And like he said, like, is there going to be more content added? Because how much are they going to add? Are they going to make Genshin Impact 2? Or is this it? They're just gonna add and add and add. This is gonna be the game. Because why would they make a second part? It's not like Genshin Impact first is, you know, that graphically advanced, right? When it came out in 2020, it could have looked much better than this, but they deliberately didn't make it look like that because they didn't want any fucking problems with it. They wanted this to play smooth everywhere, mobile and everywhere. So why would they make 2? What's the point of that? Like they're not going to make graphically better. They could have done that with the first one. So I guess they're just going to add and add and add. I guess that's not bad actually. Yeah, so all the different places is ridiculously long, right? Like what is the scale of the game from end to end, right? I'm pretty sure it's going to be I haven't played this game that much. I literally started and didn't play it more than that. But I guess it's going to be like semi-open world, like you go from map to map and there's some kind of load screen or something. But if it's not, it's probably just one big gigantic map. I don't know. But that would be ridiculous how big the game is. Alright, I'm pretty sure I remember his old review. It was a review. His old review video being already great. This was also obviously keeping up with his latest style of editing. But yeah, this was awesome. Seriously, I'm not so sure about the joke character. This one, right? All this, kids as protagonists are killing everybody, whatever that is, like schoolgirl anime type of character, whatever that is. I don't know about that, but overall the gameplay, right, is great. I'm pretty sure there's many storylines there, right? You can do different things here and there. The customizable weapons, right? All the different type of terrains. Once you are just scaling Chinese mountains from the Japanese, different towns to fucking desert. Atlantis, you can go underwater city and towns, and these are all gigantic locations, not some small maps. A person who plays this game ridiculously will be even he won't be able to visit everything that is to visit. That's how big it feels. Alright, only reason I haven't played this game that much because online element wherever that comes in, I'm like maybe I shouldn't, but I think I should play this. But I don't know much about this gacha thing. So what is it? If you can only play a bit a day and then you have to close or you have to pay for the time. Is that it? Because that would be a problem for me. Because I could play a game for a half an hour. Sometimes I can go an hour. Sometimes if I feel like I would even go for 8 hours if I'm free enough. So I don't want to limit that based on what is the limitation, right? And I don't want to end up spending like $500 a month just to play this game. So I don't know what that is. Somebody comment down how that works because I don't know. Because I really want to play because I haven't come across any other game that has this level of terrain and giganticness to it. Yeah. Right, well, that was Genshin Impact is a playable anime by the channel max0r. Like I have to say max0r. There's only one channel which is crazy like this. Yeah, if you like my reaction, don't forget to subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you next time.